This is Paul for Redneck Sports. I believe that everybody should win in life, or at least attempt to. The first three maxims of General Robert Nealon's game maxims, I believe apply to everybody. The team that makes the fewest mistakes will win. Play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. If at first the game or the breaks go against you, don't let up. Put on more steam. Welcome to the channel. Now let's discuss some sports. Oh, and if you don't mind, like, subscribe, comment. And I've got a link tree down below that's got my social media, and it has my Patreon if you want to help out. Thank y'all. Week 12 is shaping up to be another exciting week in college football. Now, I have 5 games that I'm going to highlight. Some of them could be upset alerts. Think about that. These could be games that there could be upsets. There's also games on here that are big ticket games for their conferences. Now, not every one of them, but they are important in the grand scheme of college football. Some of them have college football playoff potential. There's a couple of games on here that don't, that could cause some headaches down the road, though. So stick around. We're going to cover 5 games that you really should watch next week. Here is a game that I think is over, that the bettors have got it over too much. Louisiana Monroe is going to Auburn. It's going to be played at Jordan Hare. Louisiana Monroe is 5-4. They, for some reason, went on a 3-game losing skid. They first lost to Texas, but then they got bad. They lost to a South Alabama team that their offense, the South Alabama offense, can score a whole lot, or they can just crumble. Marshall played them close. Texas State, not a close game. But Auburn is, well, it's Auburn. And while I know Hugh Freeze knows about Group of 5 teams, I think that Louisiana Monroe, even though they've been crumbling, have got some potential here. I don't think this 24.5 is good in any way, shape, or form. They've got a running back at ULM, Ahmad Hardy. This man, oh, this man's got he's got the numbers. He's got 916 rushing yards, 164 carries, 9 TDs, averaging about 5.6 yards. Now, I say this, think about that. Those are the kind of numbers that Power 5 schools, well, Power 4 schools, are looking at. This guy could go into the portal. He has probably already got people talking to either his agent or his parents and are going, hey, get him to drop into the portal. We'll pay him good money. So I think this is a game that people should pay attention to. UL Monroe, La Monroe, is a school that I honestly think that people, because of their 3-game skid, they've had some headaches. I really think that they're a little bit more dangerous than people are going to give them credit for. Okay, the next game is another Group of 5. We're going to the Mountain West. Boise State is playing San Jose State. Now, San Jose State, they lost in overtime, a close one to Washington State. They lost a decently close one to Colorado State, blowout by Fresno State. But Ken Niumatalolo knows how to win games. He's got the team. He's getting them going. I don't think that these guys are
something that you should sneeze at. They have some talent. Now, the quarterback for San Jose State is Emmett Brown. This kid has got some impressive numbers. He really does. He is looking at 1,621 passing yards. He's got, 5 touchdowns versus conference, 593 yards, passing yards against the conference. I mean, this man's doing really good. 125 completions on 217 attempts. I think that Boise State's going to have a fight on their hands. Ken Niumatalolo knows how to play in big games. He used to be the Navy coach. Had problems there. I guess he got too comfortable, or just it happens when you've been at a team too long, and when you're on a team like Navy. Now, they've also got Floyd Chalk. He's got 559 rushing yards. He's got 9 TDs. Emmett Brown's got 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, been sacked 7 times. They got a running back by the name of, I'll get it out here in a minute. I'm sorry. Well, okay, pardon me. Floyd Chalk is the running back. They've got a receiver. There we go. By the name of Nick Nash. 86 receptions, 1,156 yards, 13.4 average, 13 touchdowns. Yeah, they've got a decent team. I think that Boise State's going to have a fight on their hands. I really do. I think this will be a game to watch. The third game is an ACC matchup that could have championship implications. Clemson and Pitt are playing. Both of them are 7-2. Both of them are ranked. They're, with what's going on in the ACC right now, this literally could have implications. I don't even know, rushing yards, Clemson's 44th in the nation, Pitt's 140th. Passing yards, Clemson's 37th, Pitt is 35th. Total yards per game, Clemson's 9th, Pitt is 53rd. I don't see it's a Clemson's favored 10 points. I don't see how Clemson couldn't win this game, but it's at the same time, Narduzzi's not happy. I'm well aware that Narduzzi's not happy. Yeah, they just beat North Carolina. Or wait a minute here. Let's go back. They just lost to Virginia in a close one. Clemson just beat Virginia Tech decently. Pitt's on a 2-game skid. Clemson, after that Louisville game, I think that they're pissed. I think that Pittsburgh's pissed. I want to see this game. I think Clemson can do it, like I said, but it's going to be a hard-fought one. Okay. The fourth game that we're going to talk about is BYU and Kansas. BYU got themselves a little beat up in this game against the Utes, called the Holy War. Kansas, yes, they're 3-6. But let me tell you, they just beat Iowa State. They got that high going on. Like I said, Utah is the Holy War. They got beat up in that one, 22-21. Utah almost won that one. It was so close that the Utes athletic director said that the game was stolen. This is how hard fought this game was. BYU played Oklahoma State close, which is not a team that they should have been having to play close. Baylor was a hard fought game. Like I said, Kansas just beat out Iowa State. Iowa State was ranked when they beat them. The Kansas State loss was close, and Kansas State is 19th in the nation right now. They blew out Houston. Arizona State, close game. TCU, not super close, but it was still closer than it should have been. Kansas, I think, kind of surging. I'm not saying that they can beat BYU, but they're within a few plays of having a far better record. Far better record. I think this game should be watched just for the simple fact of that there is a chance at an upset. BYU is favored by 3.5 points. I really do think that this one could be an upset in the making. Could be. I'm not saying that it will be, but it has a chance. So this game to watch right here. The last game that we're going to talk about, and here's a team that I've barely talked about this season. I have talked about them a little bit. I've given them props. It's Colorado and Utah are playing this week. Colorado is favored by 10 points. Utah's pissed. Don't tell me that they're not. They've been playing some decent games. TCU, they lost 13-7. Houston 17-14. BYU 22-21. The Utes are mad, and they're within a few plays of having a far different record. They're 4-5. They're on a skid right now. But Colorado, hey, Coach Prime's ready. Coach Prime, second year head coach, took over a 1-11 team. There is quite literally talk right now of him being able to win the Big 12 and going to the college football playoff. Utes beat Southern Utah, Baylor, Utah State, and Oklahoma State. Then they went on a skid. Like I said, they got beat by Arizona, Arizona State, TCU, Houston, BYU, but we're not talking about major blowouts here. We're talking about they've got a good defense. They've got a better rushing yards per game. They've got a better rushing offense. Not got the passing yards. Total yards per game, it's fairly close, but Colorado's got them beat. Shedeur Sanders has got a much better passing record, and he's also got 2 less interceptions. Rushing, though, they've got that. Travis Hunter on their receivers, but Dorian Singer's not that far behind. With the amount of receptions between the two, even though Dorian Singer doesn't have any touchdowns, seriously, this is a matchup that could be dangerous for Colorado. Every game's been dangerous for Colorado, so this is yet another game that people need to pay attention to. I really believe that this could be a really good matchup. Colorado's done that this year. Now look, I might be completely off on these games. Don't quote me. I'm not always going to hit everything. I'm well aware of that. I'm just doing this for fun. Redneck Sports is all about the fun and also getting to talk about my University of Tennessee Volunteers when I am living in an area that does not have a lot of college football people I can talk to, even though the other night I did get to talk to an Alabama and a Georgia fan in the same store when I went to go buy something. And also, the Alabama fan happened to be a Marine, and so was his wife, so that was a cool conversation because it's Marine Corps birthday. Shout out to my Marine brothers out and sisters out there. This is going to be another good week. So watch these 5 games. Enjoy it. I'm not saying that I'll get them all right, but I honestly believe we've got some upsets coming this week because everybody's tired, everybody's injured, and also I don't think Hugh Freeze has quite got this team where he wants it. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. Thank you for watching this video. I've had some fairly good success with all of my Redneck Sports stuff, and I hope you enjoyed the topic. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, all that rigmarole. And also,
Just let me know what you want to hear about. I'll give a redneck spin to this stuff. Let me tell you, I love sports. So I love people that want to join me in that. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.